Season 2 needs to be better, like way better. The cheating and smurfing has got to stop. Rant incoming. Let's go. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and it's so apparent that this game is in a tough spot. Being a free-to-play game, it attracts the scummiest of the scum, the lowest of the low. People try to get advantages any possible way that they can by doing things that most players have no idea even exist. And with Season 2 starting tomorrow, or supposed to start tomorrow, my guess is that it might be delayed. It might not, but if it is, I'm calling it right now. But the XDefiant team needs to address these issues and stop hiding from it. You're never going to eliminate all of the cheaters, and it's never going to come to a complete stop, especially not overnight. But the amount of people cheating in some form on this game is insane, considering the number of players that actually remain playing. And I'm just so over talking about the subject and living through it daily. I'm tired of having to play out matches going 2-20 in a game where people are clearly cheating in some way or smurfing below their actual rank. And I get the skill issue argument, I do. And I know there's a huge skill gap between Emerald and Diamond. But then there's also got to be a huge skill gap between Diamond players and other Diamond players, because some of them I can drop 20 kills on and others I can barely get double digits. Or maybe those are just the boosted Diamonds. The amount of times that I've almost uninstalled this game in the past week just because of how terrible the matchmaking is and how many cheaters there are and how many smurfs there are just out there ruining the game is wild. Issues like cheating and smurfing are one of the top things that put me off of a game, because if I play a game, especially in the ranked mode, it's supposed to be competitive. Going 2-20 is not competitive. And if for all is said and done, I'd probably say about 100 out of the top 500 are maybe legit players who aren't smurfs, who aren't cheating, and who weren't boosted. But speaking of boosted, I was finally able to get a hold of everyone's favorite degenerate on this game, Kanuru, and I'll let you do the conversions for the rest of them. But to get someone's account from bronze to legend will run you about 225 euros, which is 250 US dollars. To be able to guarantee someone that you're going to be able to get their account from bronze to legend in 1 to 3 days is a bold claim to make if you're not cheating or have some guarantee yourself that you're going to be able to do that. And if you're someone who paid for him or anyone else to do that at that price or any price, just uninstall the game and make it a better place for others. Not only are you contributing to the problem and funding them to be able to buy the cheats that they're probably using to make that guarantee, but you don't deserve any of the rewards that you're going to get if you didn't do it yourself. Overall, ranked is just in a shitty place. I'll say it, enough being coy about it. It sucks ass, like huge donkey ass. And if you don't believe me, take a look at this screenshot that someone tagged me in on Twitter just before it was deleted, which was very sus, where it shows someone streaming using a cheat platform, and also called out Kanuru for using the same program. Not sure who this person is that posted this, not sure who this person is on stream who's in the same screenshot with the cheats, and I'm not even sure if this is real or not since it was deleted and I don't know anything about it, but it wouldn't surprise me. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. You just never know who it is, and if you cry cheater every time that you're being smacked by someone, people just think all you do is think everyone's cheating and you're just trash. But they probably are all cheating. In fact, I just ran into a cheater last night. This guy, who for obvious reasons of not wanting to be banned on YouTube, I won't read his actual name, but we played him 3 games total, and one we snuck out a win because one of their teammates had left and it was capture the flag, but even still, he had like 60 plus kills. And the fun part about it is, if you look back at his stats on XDefiant Tracker, you can almost pinpoint the exact moment in time that they started cheating. He was getting MVP about 50% of the time, averaging about 38-ish kills per game, to all of a sudden getting MVP almost every single game and getting 50 plus kills every game. Just pitiful. And I almost want to say I have empathy for this person, because it really seems like it was somebody who was just struggling in the low ranks because of Smurfs and other cheaters. And they thought they were better than that, but just couldn't find out where they actually ranked because of that. And guess what? It just bred a new cheater, because that's what Smurfs and cheaters do. It's like the infected game mode, but in real life. If you face enough cheaters, eventually you're either just going to uninstall the game or stop playing, or you're going to become a cheater too. And while I'm on this rant, let me give you a hot take that most of you are going to call an L about the L115 paintball skin you get from achieving Emerald rank, because it's arguably pay to win when you really think about it, or at the very least, play to win, which I know sounds dumb, but hear me out. Listen to what a normal L115 shot in the firing range sounds like. Now let's compare that to having the paintball skin on it. And do you hear the difference? It's very muffled, almost like it has a suppressor on it. And just for comparison's sake, let's take a listen to it with the suppressor on it with no paintball skin. With the paintball skin on, it's quieter than having a full suppressor on it. Now, sure, it's not giving you the same benefit as the actual suppressor with not showing up on the minimap, but it's definitely a lot quieter and harder for people to hear where they're getting shot from. So I definitely think that it gives the user an advantage to some degree. And if someone is paying someone to boost their account to Emerald or higher, then you can loosely translate this to pay to win. Now you're not paying the game, you're paying a third-party service, which has no business being in operation, but still. Now, I do think it's cool that some skins change the sound effects of the guns, but to make them quieter is doing a little too much, especially when it's on a sniper. Now, keep in mind, I did just record this video after finishing a really rough ranked session, so call it whiny if you want, but if this is what I have to go through, imagine what everyone else goes through. It's super demoralizing to make progress and then just hit a wall because some Spooderman looking ass kid decided he was gonna go and buy cheats, or some wannabe TTVer decided they were gonna smurf because there's no more competition up in the legend ranks, or maybe they're just hard stuck diamond. And also, shortly before wrapping up this video, I did see that there was a streamer that got banned on Twitch for 2 weeks, and no, this wasn't Boosty McGee again. This time it was a BS ban, at least from what I can tell. And normally I would wholeheartedly support this person and be at Twitch's throat because the ban is just straight up BS. But you know what? This person also smurfs in XDefiant. And while the game may not be banning him for smurfing, karma is brutal. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Sorry, but not actually sorry. And you know what? While I'm on the rant, let me get one more thing off my chest that's just been bugging the hell out of me. All you streamers claiming to make a living off of streaming, saying things like, it's your full-time job, you're a full-time content creator, and this and that. And I have zero empathy for you for not having a job while you're pulling in 20 viewers with 10 subscribers a month. If you're calling that a living and living off of that sort of income, calling it a full-time job and complaining about the game being trash so that you need to make a smurf so you can make content to feed your family, I need some of that nose candy you got, because y'all must be living in 3-story boxes with stuffed animals as family. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but quit the sob stories. People can literally see how much you're making on Twitch. There's like 3 different sites that I know of that you can see that on. To claim that and then not even be making $100 on average per month, you call that making a living? I hope at some point it does become your living. I hope at some point we can all make it. But what you're doing by calling this your full-time job and relying on it for an income of that amount, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're being unrealistic. But yeah, that's about it. Rant over. If I hurt your feelings, oh well. Much needed rant, but more on the game side of things. They really just need to crack down on the cheaters and smurfs. The new content might distract everyone for a couple of weeks, but it's not going to fix any of the real issues. And I so badly want this game to succeed, but we keep throwing band-aids on something that needs surgery. And the longer they ignore the issues, the more doomed this game becomes. Sneak peek at tomorrow's video, I'll be giving you a season recap going over all the progress that I've made on the weapons, rank, stats, all that stuff as season 1 comes to an end. And then we'll pick back up on Thursday with brand new season 2 content with the Highwayman faction. And if you enjoyed this rant, make sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments, am I just whining and need some cheese to go with it? Or do you all feel the same frustrations that I do? And I'll catch you in the next upload.